Dear students, today we'll study another new concept, that is problems of entrepreneurship, because we have spoken many things about starting a business entrepreneurship, but entrepreneurship or starting a business has its own problems, and especially in India it's not that easy. There are various problems. A few problems of the entrepreneurship we will cite here. So first is the traditional society. I hope you understand what is the meaning of tradition. Tradition means old age, old customs and all. Indian society is by and large in the group of traditions, conservatism and blunt faith. So whatever has come down from the olden days, that only we are following. Traditionally, certain jobs are not considered good even today. Few things are traditionally they say that kind of job you should not do. Due to caste system, people hesitate to leave their traditional occupations. Sometimes what happens is, now barber community is there, they want their children to be barbers only, not to leave their business. So hence people lack business interest as also the risk bearing capacity and a constructive thinking. So this is a problem because of the traditional thinking. So people are not entertained to take up other businesses or other way of life what they are at present. In that only they are happy to continue. This is one of the problem of the entrepreneurship. So next is hereditary work. So the selection of work, occupation, and business in India is not in accordance with interest, capacity, and feelings. The works are not chosen on interest, capacity, and feelings. Rather, it is on the basis of hereditary adaptation, caste system, religion, and gender difference, etc. As a result, the entrepreneurs are not able to select the business and industry according to their capacity, interest, and motivations. So people are not taking up the entrepreneurship according to their interest and all, and according to their capacity or motivations. Rather, what you call hereditary work is there from father. What father was doing, that will be continued by the son. So this is another problem, and it's happening usually in the what Indian country. So nobody want to divert their businesses. What our father is doing, that the same thing they are doing. If agriculture is there, so son also continues with the agriculture. But now the trends have changed. At the same time, at most places we have this culture. The third problem is unproductive expenditure. People keep their savings hidden with themselves or gone spending it on marriages, birthday parties, religious rituals, ornaments, immovable property, luxury goods, etc. What it says is people are spending not on the constructive purposes. So rather than the destructive purpose. So much is invested where it doesn't give you anything in a return. For example, you spend so much of marriage expenditure on marriage. What are you going to gain? Nothing you are going to gain. So our expenses are such on the parties and all. So even if you buy ornaments, okay, you buy gold. So most of the people buy gold and keep inside. Nothing happens that money is not worked used there. So even immovable property, you don't require a land, but still you purchase the land and keep. So all those things, what you call unproductive expenditures are more, and because of that, entrepreneurship doesn't. Because entrepreneurship, what you require is more capital, and here capital flow is not there. Then lack of infrastructure. So infrastructure facilities required for development of entrepreneurship, like what you call means of transportation and communications, bank, insurance, electricity, water, raw materials, roads, stock market services, capital market, organized product marketing, etc. have lacked in our country, and hence the new entrepreneurs have to face difficulty in setting up the industries, and the development of industries has been slow. So it's very clear, and we are all aware that our infrastructure is not up to the mark. So not a highly luxurious. All facilities are not of this. Okay, today banking is a little what improved. Communications also have improved because mobile services and all are available. Network and all are available at most places. Okay, still not available at every place, but most places we can say. Communications, insurance companies also are there. Electricity, it is a facing problem most of the time. Water is a problem in our country. Then raw materials also problem. Roads horrible. So all when we are thinking of the infrastructure, whatever that is required for a production unit or a company, that is not that much good or conducive. Then lack of enterprising mentality. Development of entrepreneurship depends upon the nature of human resources. However, several changes have taken place in the mentality of these resources which have become obstruction in the development of entrepreneurship. So what it means is by very nature itself a person should be enterprising. So here in our country enterprising this one mentality is very less, because to be enterprising you need to be innovative, risk taker, organizer. Such qualities should be there within. So people do not have high aspirations for gaining achievements. High achievements and all is a reason, then only you work hard, so otherwise no. Then they take no interest in innovations. As I was saying, innovation is a basis for the entrepreneurship, and people do not have that interest. Most of the young people prefer to do some service in place of going towards establishing and operating any business or industry. So they are happy to work under somebody rather than starting their own ventures. Why should I struggle? Why should I break my head? Let me go somewhere and work. So that is the interest. So the risk bearing capacity and ability to face contingencies of people have reduced. So this is a, as I was said, risk bearing capacity and ability. So people need to be adventurous. Risk is a main thing in the entrepreneurs, and people are lacking that. Then people lack high business and technical abilities. This is also a lacking. So initially people participate in entrepreneurship development programs which complete devotion, but after some time their mentality goes on changing and they leave that. Sometimes they leave the idea of adopting entrepreneurship after completing the program. So the programs are conducted, entrepreneurship development and all, people get into that, but later when they go back they are not interested in starting up their entrepreneurship. So whatever trainings are given for starting up the entrepreneurships and all, that is not working out, this is. So what is more important is enterprising mentality, but in India this is lacking, so that entrepreneurship is facing a problem. Next point is cultural values. Religion has deep effect on Indians. We are aware that religious aspects you can't touch upon. So everybody is very much bothered of their own religion. Our ideal has been simple living, high thinking. So in Indian culture, much importance has not been given to material gains, personal property, economic pursuit, and high standards of living. So we are living a simple living, but what we call our thinking is high thinking. So that what happens is we must give importance to the material gains. So lot to gain more and more. Then proper personal property should be given more importance. Then only your culture, what you call interest grows. Or for us, if you live with the simple things is okay, then that entrepreneurship has a problem. When you become enterprising because, oh, I want to achieve something, I want to live a standard life, then such thoughts come or such values you adopt, automatically development takes place. Next point is a lack of favorable environment. So every section of the society, like workers, consumers, investors, government, etc., has its contribution in operation of an industry. We know, and environment, business environment. So internal environment and external environment. However, unfortunately, enthusiasm towards work lacks in our country. The consumers view the entrepreneurs with this sense of suspicion. Capital is always scarce. Policies of government are also not very practical. Competition is not healthy and has become cutthroat. So what happens is in our country, so all the environmental factors which are affecting the business are there, no, that they are not good, it says. So and most of the times it's true. So the suppliers, then the this one consumers, all are affecting that, and these are not up to the sincere. Then government policy is also not up to the mark. So all these what you call environment is not favorable. This is another problem of the business. Then we have competition with the big industrial houses. So business activities in India are substantially controlled by some industrial houses. They have monopoly on business. Besides, priority is also being to public sector industries. Hence, the new entrepreneurs do not think of setting up the industry due to the reason that he is not in the position to compete with these houses and public sector industries. Hence, the entry of new entrepreneurs is very limited. So what happens is, we know in India, oh, Reliance means big company, everything they are doing. Tata is a big company, so many things they are carrying out. Adani is a big company, they are carrying out many things. So, and there are some government sectors now, KSRTC. So they are conducting a transportation. So so there are less opportunities because they are the big giants. They have their own business, and these small people who cannot compete with them with those aspects are struggling, and they do not venture into the entrepreneurship. So competition with big industrial houses is a problem because the small new entrepreneurs cannot compete with such people. Lack of education and training facilities, education educational and training facilities related to entrepreneurship are available in India, but these have several deficiencies. What it says is, for the development of entrepreneurship there is a education and trainings are given, but they are not of a high mark. So institutions making the entrepreneurs are not adequate, not sufficient. Okay, very few are there. Then education and training imparted in the institutions are not much practical in respect of entrepreneurship. So most of the times our education is theoretical, not practical. So entrepreneurship development programs also have the same problem. So even now obviously we are taking one subject, entrepreneurship development, and studying for a whole semester, but at the same time it doesn't make any impact on the students. Trained trainers are also not sufficient. So trainers also not there, sufficient trainers are not there. So this is lack of educational and training. Then we have inadequacy of capital. As compared to Western countries, it is becoming difficult in India to maintain standard of living of its people due to rising prices. So prices are rising. You are aware now. Petrol price has gone above 100. So because of this, all problem comes. All prices are high. Then you can't start a business. When the prices are and are low, then there is a opportunity because the risk is low. The next is socio-cultural factors. Socio-cultural factors also attributed to slow progress of entrepreneurship in India. Reason being that several caste systems, social evils, religious blind faiths, and fatalism exist in the country. So what happens is most of the religions, most of the caste systems, so they are not allowing us to grow or do the entrepreneurship enterprises. So even though people are what you call enterprising, they don't start because they are taboo or their narrow thinking doesn't allow, and particular religions also block. So our religion people should not do this kind of the business. All those factors are there, and socio-cultural factors are one of the problem to the entrepreneurship. Then resource related obstacles. So several resource related obstacles are faced by entrepreneurship development programs. Hence, these programs are not much successful. Resource based. So what are those obstacles we see? Adequate resources lack in the country. So the facilities what is exactly required for the entrepreneurship are not up to mark. Then physical and human resources do not become available to the entrepreneurs in time. Yes, so whatever resources, physical, materials, and human resource that is required. At some places, human resources are plenty. At some places, not there. You start a small, big college in a remote village, you don't get a human resource at all there, because yes, we are believing in the mobility of the people and all, but at the same time people, everybody likes to live in a city or urban places, and in the villages only the agricultural people you are available, and laborers, labor class, but specialized people are not available. You start a hospital in a remote area, you won't get doctors and nurses there to work, because everybody wants to be in their own house. Then sometimes the cost of required resources being high, the entrepreneurs take a less interest. So what happens is resources are also not cheap in India. This is all a problem of the resources we have in India. Human resource maybe, material resource maybe, capital resource maybe. So the cost of imparting training to entrepreneurs being high, programs do not get a success. All these are problems related to the resources. Then lack of technical structure. Professional managers, specialists, and trained employees and required for efficient operation of companies and public sector enterprises. It has been termed technostructure by J.K. Gilbreth. So, due to lack of technostructure in India, the entrepreneurs hesitate to bear the risk of large businesses. What happens is today this one modern business is carried out all with the technology, everything from the production and distribution. Now most of the people are not that well equipped with the technology, therefore they are afraid, because with the technology, with the minimum cost, production and everything is possible. So if you are not aware of the technology, then automatically you can't go at it. So technical structure problem we are facing. Then there is inadequate government. So facilities and incentives, infrastructure facilities have not adequately developed in backward areas of India due to lack of allotment of land for development of industries, sources of energy and various infrastructure facilities and other incentives by the government. The entrepreneurs are unable to establish industries in backward areas. So what happens is for the industries to begin, government should create a conducive atmosphere, and our Indian structure that is not that much conducive, because the subsidies giving or tax exemptions or facilities providing and giving to startup ventures, such is lacking. So that's why it is a problem, inadequate government structure. Then we have concentration of economic power. Most of the industries of the country are dominated by few big industrials, which has obstructed the development of entrepreneurship. Like small entrepreneurs do not get the chance to make progress. What happens is everything is dominating. Now see, small shops were there, and today because of this big giant companies, Amazon, Flipkart, Jio, all those small ventures, small people cannot conduct the business at all because of concentration with this. So big industrials get success in twisting the government policies and rules in their favor. So that is where we are. So if what you call Reliance companies, Adanis and all, they can convert any government policies because they have influence, but small entrepreneurs have nothing to, influence with the government sector. So big industrials run parallel industrial role along with the government. So government in one line, government, as now you see in our Mangalore, even the airport is taken up by the Adani. So airport business is conducted by the Adani group of industries. So automatically we see that what the government sector does, this is, so they have a very much close link with the government. So other sectors cannot compete, neither cannot venture into such thoughts at all. So next is risk of losing invested capital. So starting a business is all about risk. So most of the times what you call people are afraid to start the business just because of the risk, and risk is a normal thing in every way, this one what you call a business. But what happens is in our country, starting a business and risk is most of the times you lose all the invested capital. The capital that is invested is lost. Starting a business is a small, all about risk. So and the small business failure rate is relatively high. According to a study by the National Federation of Independent Business, 35% of the businesses fail within 2 years. You see, within 2 years, 35% of the people who close down, only 65 survive. 54% fail within 4 years, and 64% of the new businesses fail after 6 years. So a business usually runs what you call up to 6 years. So run only few continue for a long term business. When a business fails, it can be financially and emotionally devastating. We know that when you lose money invested, people will feel very disgusted. So people contemplating entrepreneurship should decide how much they are willing to risk. Otherwise, instead of losing my money in the business, let me not venture into that only. They think, and most of the times, so they don't go for risk. And finally, complete responsibility. So entrepreneurship is highly rewarding, but many entrepreneurs find that they must make decisions on issues they are not very knowledgeable about. So when there is no one to ask for answers, the pressure can build quickly. The knowledge that these decisions could decide the success or failure of a business can have a devastating effect on the business owner. So complete responsibility he has to take up. Now he may be skillful in one matter, either accounting or what you call marketing or human resource management. But what happens is, as an entrepreneur, you need to be skillful and having a knowledge of every matters of a business. So sometimes you are not. So managerial skill is lacking there, and because of that, it's a problem for the entrepreneurship. I hope you understand. So we have seen a varieties of problems that are faced by entrepreneurship. Still there are more, but these are the main points. So here I will close for today.